Welcome to this explainer. Today we're completely breaking down the mechanics and the lyrical soul of that incredible 90s influenced techno track, One Beat, One World. We're going to look at the exact anatomy of a dance floor anthem together and really uncover how it's meticulously constructed. You see, it's not just built to move bodies, but to actually erase the boundaries between us. All right, let's dive right in. So the track opens with this deeply filtered spoken word intro. Just imagine the atmosphere as these words echo out. No names, no lines, just sound and motion. It's so deliberate, right? It's measured, and it instantly sets the atmospheric stage. By simply stating what is absent, the names and the lines, the track literally strips away our societal labels right out of the gate. I mean, before the beat even fully drops, you're essentially being asked to leave your identity at the door and submit entirely to the pure physical reality of sound and motion. And honestly, that leads us to the core question we're tackling today. How exactly does a simple rhythm dissolve our differences? It's a wildly fascinating concept. We live in a world that is just obsessed with categories, backgrounds, and dividing lines. Yet as the lyrics here suggest, when we're placed in a shared physical environment that's dictated by a singular, overpowering rhythm, those borders just melt away. So we're going to figure out exactly how the architecture of this song achieves that profound, borderless human connection. To do that, we're going to use the track's structural anatomy as our map. The music perfectly mirrors the lyrics here. The build brings physical anticipation, the verse represents ego death, the drop creates universal unity, and the bridge offers reflection.
Okay, section 1, the physicality of sound and building anticipation.
During this very first build phase, the lyrics actually demand a purely physical reaction before any kind of intellectual processing even happens. Let's look at the exact sequence of this physical takeover because the lyrics give us three very distinct steps. Step 1, feel it rising through the floor. Here, the music starts as a tangible vibration you can literally feel right in your feet. Step 2, heartbeat syncing. The tempo of the track begins to match and then completely dictate your own biological rhythm. You're starting to merge with the track itself. And then step 3, just the rhythm take your soul. That physical sensation becomes so overwhelming that it shifts into a full-on spiritual takeover. This anticipation is pulling you in tighter, closer, and louder, right up until you are totally ready to let go. Notice the phrase, no direction, no control. Nestled right in the middle of that build phase, these words really emphasize the visceral, tactile nature of giving up control. You aren't just dancing here. You're moving from a physical sensation into a complete psychological surrender. You are actively giving permission to the music to just take the steering wheel.
Moving on to section 2, losing the ego, finding peace in the noise.
Now that the physical connection is fully established, the song uses rhythm during its chant verse to completely dismantle who we think we are. Look at the juxtaposition here. On one side, we have city lights or desert sky and different stories. Now, these represent our diverse individual backgrounds, right? Where we come from, our personal histories, our totally unique perspectives. But then, on the other side, the lyrics answer those differences with same vibration and same release. That heavy, low-talking bass line acts as the ultimate equalizer. It literally doesn't matter if you came from the city or the desert. The physical vibration of that bass is exactly the same for every single person in that room, and the emotional release it triggers is totally identical. Which brings us to this absolutely incredible line. No more borders, no more names, just the pulse inside our veins. Now, I really want to point out the fascinating paradox presented here. Usually, we associate peace with, quiet and solitude. But this track argues that true, peaceful anonymity, the actual shedding of our borders and names, is actually found by completely submitting to overwhelming collective noise. In the noise, we find our peace, the song tells us. It's just such a powerful concept. All right, let's hit section 3, the universal drop, collective euphoria. And now, the tension finally breaks. The pre-drop warned us, don't stop, don't think, just feel it now. And then boom. One beat, one world, one fire tonight, no wrong, no right, just sound and light. This right here is the explosive climax. The drop creates an absolute, totally judgment-free zone. The complexities of society, what is right, what is wrong, all those arguments we have outside those doors, they are completely suspended. In this specific moment of the chorus, all that exists is the unity of the beat, the shared warmth of the one fire, and this incredible sensory wash of sound and light. I want to draw your attention to this beautiful lyrical contrast right here. We lose ourselves,
we're found in sound. It just perfectly captures the absolute magic of this environment. By losing your individual face, your past, and your ego, you don't actually disappear. Instead, you're found. You discover this profound sense of belonging within the collective sound. You're basically trading a singular identity for a unified one.
And the chorus just peaks with this absolute declaration: we are the rhythm, we are the beat. At the absolute height of the drop, the lyrics literally merge the human subjects with the music itself. The track explicitly states no need to speak, because honestly, language is no longer necessary. The crowd and the song have essentially become one single breathing entity. And that brings us to section 4, an endless beat, the reflection and return. After that massive peak, the track really needs to breathe. The pacing slows down significantly to give us a moment to examine the reflective aftermath. Let's unpack these breakdown lyrics step by step. In the dark, we're the same. That visual obscurity of the dance floor is exactly what allows for true equality. No one left to blame. Without our societal identities weighing us down, all the grudges and conflicts of the outside world just vanish. Just the pulse and flame. We're stripped down to our most basic, vital elements. Which leads to this super powerful realization: we are more than just a name. By stripping away absolutely everything, we actually elevate ourselves to a collective entity that is far, far greater than our individual parts.
But we don't stay in the quiet for long. The energy ramps right back up for the extended final drop. Turn it up, let go, dive into sound, we rise together, underground. This is such a beautiful culmination. Diving into sound is an action you take totally by yourself, right? You let go. But the result of that solitary surrender is a massive collective elevation. We dive in alone, but we rise together, completely united in this underground space with no fear, no walls, and absolutely no need to hide.
As the track begins its fading outro, we see this line: no start, no end, just endless beat. The song is basically describing an infinite loop. We don't stop, we don't break. This is the moment we create. It suggests that this profound unity we've just built isn't just some fleeting, temporary moment dictated by a DJ. No, it's a continuous state of being that we actively create together. It's a cycle of connection that outlasts the final note of the song.
Which really leaves us with this final thought to consider. If we can find such profound peace and true equality in the overwhelming noise of a massive crowd, where else can we break down the walls between us? I mean, if a simple rhythm can make us realize that we are so much more than just a name, how can we take these lessons of borderless unity straight from the dance floor and apply them to the rest of our world? I really hope this explainer has given you a brand new way to listen to and truly experience the music that moves us. Thanks so much for joining me today, and hey, keep diving into the sound.